show, and Venkman, the idea man, came up with this one. Watching Friday the 13th on Friday the 13th. How did I miss that? I don't know. Whoops. Let me turn down my TV. Yeah, I watch my own live streams. There you go. I'm that vain. All righty. So yeah, great idea.
At least somebody's watching it.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
I just figured, well, it's the 13th, man. Why not? You know, is it cliche? Is everybody else going to do it? Probably, most likely.
Yeah. I would like to know, however, and this is for anybody in the aftermarket, anybody that might watch this live with us, because we've done one for Batman Mask of the Phantom this week. We did one on Sunday for Rambo 2, and we're going to do another one for Rambo, the violent one from 2008. Does it get too much? That's the big question, you know. That's something that I would like to know. So anyway, let's see. Are we? We got 4 watching, including the homegrown tourist. Hi guys, that's me. So what do you guys? Okay, normally we do this, so I'm going to ask around. What do you have memories of as far as watching this the first time you saw it? Was this something you saw in the theaters? I know not you, Venkman, because you're just a baby. How about you, Rob? Did you see this in the theaters, or was it on
HBO special, sir? Good evening.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, did I not do that? Okay, yes. As always, I'm here with Rob Zilla and the real Dr. Venkman.
Good evening.
There you go. Thank you. I'll just get right down to the conversation.
No, this is actually my first time actually watching it unedited.
Really?
Yeah. I watched it on TV back in like the 90s.
How is that even possible that you never saw it unedited? I mean, with all the options nowadays.
Well, I saw the Halloweens. I'm liking, like, it's just the same guy. This one's got a hockey mask and he's got a knife.
Rob, do you want to take over and tell him how wrong he is, or?
I'm gonna say that's how it was back then. Okay. So.
A lot of stuff got edited, bro. I mean, you know how it is.
No, I mean, to think that Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees is the same guy.
Well, they are. They totally ripped off Halloween. That's the entire Friday the 13th franchise. It's just more boring and sleepy.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I actually like Jason Voorhees. I like him better than the others. He's my favorite. I watch all the movies. I love the, if you've never seen it, there's on, I think it's even on YouTube. I know it's on Netflix. Or at least it was. It's called Camp Crystal Lake Memories, and it basically is like a behind the scenes of every movie. They did another one for Nightmare on Elm Street, but it's just a lot of fun watching how they did everything.
You know what's pretty cool is this movie, Crystal Lake. There's actually in Illinois. I've been through Illinois, and I went through Crystal Lake, so it's pretty kind of cool. That's not where they filmed it, though, but that's just the idea of it.
Well, it's based on true story, murders that happen around that lake. You should do Google, and if you don't find it, be very belligerent. YouTube it. Tag me. I want to watch that.
I will say that the doctor and I have been discussing a project that's worth some merit, and we've been doing some background research, because the type of show that we want to do is people are filtering in. We got 6 now watching. We'll get started here in a moment. I don't know what to call it, because it's not a science fiction show, it's not a fantasy show, and it's not it's a hybrid maybe between those and say real world, and it's almost a conspiracy type show where we want to talk about like creatures, because we got on the topic the other night of certain ones and how they're related to the whole Joseph Campbell. You know, all cultures are the same, the stories are pretty identical, you just have to look at it, you know, from a top meta view. And I don't know, man. It's like I'm waiting to drop that because it's really good, because there was a monster here in Pine Hills, and there was a monster he was telling me about up in Wisconsin. So I don't want to ruin it for everybody, but if there's a weird looking one that seems out of place that we drop, it's going to be big, maybe Bigfoot-esque. I'm not sure, but we may do a special test run and see how that goes. And it's weird things.
And hello to Jay Fairclough, who of course is drunk. Friday 13th was great. Wasn't a fan of the remake, says everybody. When Betsy Palmer says Eric Breen looked through the door and smiled at the final girl, legitimately got chills. We're definitely going to be talking about this. Oh, and Eric Breen's talking about my friend's band opened for Eddie Money once. R.I.P. to Eddie Money. We're going to do a little RIP video after this one. Whatever happened to the found footage Friday the 13th film? What was I have no idea.
Chain of custody issues, I'm sure, legally speaking. For the
there actually, I do know because I did a video about it. There is a lawsuit going on. One of the writers of Paramount, of the first movie for Paramount, claims that he owns the copyright to the Friday the 13th. And there's been a big lawsuit. That's also why the game hasn't gotten a lot of DLC for a long time, is because they're trying to settle everything.
Isn't that game like 10 years old now?
I guess. I don't know. It looks awesome. I've never played it, but I
2 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looked like basically you just went around like the Punisher and just kill people. Literally same graphics and everything. So
cool. Anyway, I do remember watching this course. It was at home. My mother was really cool when it came to renting videos, and at one point she rented all of the ones that were available to us. I only think it was like 3 or 4 of them at the time, but we used to have stayovers, and that was like she rented the Friday the 13th movies for us to have a marathon. So yeah, she was the cool mom where everybody could go and see all the boobs and blood. It was awesome. Alrighty, so y'all want to get started here? We got 6 in the house and 5 likes. So somebody isn't doing what they need to be doing, come on, don't forget to hit the like. And are you guys about ready? If you guys have your copy of Friday the 13th, I am 22 seconds in. What you should be seeing is a moon in the sky.
Moon's over Miami, the Denny special.
We'll go with that. Yes.
Well, in your case, it's moons over Miami.
At Miami, we don't discuss here in Central Florida because Orlando's a better city, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. And Daytona is a better beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the issue that I have is the issue that the copy I'm watching, of course, is the 1080p Super HD 135 and 27 seconds length. Yep. I'm at 22. So yep.
All righty then. Then we could get started. 3, 2, 1. Start her up.
And that sound, ladies and gentlemen, are crickets.
There you go. Yes. Anybody who lives near the woods
is moving fast to the right.
Nice.
Now that's a movie commentary, and that's like the Arnold Schwarzenegger commentary. And right here you see a cabin in the woods, Crystal Lake, 1958. Come up. That's a Jamaican accent, not an Arnie accent.
You must do it now. Get to the lake.
Yeah. Friday 13th are meatballs, Rob.
Meatballs, man. I say. Rob, what do you?
I don't know. That's tough. Meatballs is a better movie, but I've seen Friday more.
Can we combine them with Bill Murray?
Bill Murray fights Jason. That would be an awesome movie. See, you know what you don't see a lot of in Friday 13th movies? Kids. It's supposed to be a camp, yet you hardly ever see when the kids are around. As a matter of fact, the only one that has Jason running around killing people while their kids in the camp is the 6th one.
So we have a shot here looking over kids. That's what he's referencing. So we're zooming up to, I think, the last one. Oh my God, a coat hanger back when they were metal.
Yeah, he's about to abort some child.
No, that's not proper, sir.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta ask, is Kevin Bacon in this one or is he in the second one?
This is the Kevin Bacon movie. Yes.
Okay.
Everybody sing along.
Yeah, he's giving her that freaky deaky eye. You know what's up here.
You want to go by the water?
See, the problem here, though, is even though this is filmed in Canada, and I think they reference it, shorts were shorter than that back in the day, and they say it's 1958, but even in the early 80s to mid to late 80s, they were still pretty short. That's way too long.
Yeah,
the Bruce Jenner shorts is what you had.
Yeah, this is business attire almost, though. I remember the butt cheek shorts. I think somebody's wearing them later in the movie. This is she's wearing that kind of clothes that businesses and things give, so it's like asexual clothing. And see, still the guy wants to nail her.
Imagine if your only claim to fame is being killed by Jason.
That's many of the actors in this franchise.
I know, right?
Not all of them, but most of them.
Nobody can say I've been killed by Jason.
Yeah. I mean, I know in the fourth one they have the kid from American Virgin, and then they have Crispin Glover and the Doublemint twins.
Crispin Glover.
This one has Kevin Bacon. Of course, the fourth one also has Corey Feldman, who's famous for doing drugs.
Well, I guess if you're getting, ass raped since you're like 6, I guess drugs is one way to, detach yourself from the pain. I mean, wow.
And it's amazing.
Nobody will listen to him. I mean, that's the whole thing. He's invisible, no matter how much he talks about that kind of stuff. This is a pretty realistic little makeout session here. I don't think we get anything now.
No, not this early in the movie.
Isn't Jason watching? Oh, that works.
He read his last line.
Well, the guy could actually survive those stomach wounds if he hurries up and goes get help.
Oh, that.
You know what? I've got to say this is another really cool score, by the way.
What's wrong with your face?
The opening's pretty cool here, though. It is.
And the opening, the credits where the Friday the 13th just burst through the window there, that's pretty decent.
It's cutting edge at the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
I was gonna say this is before 3D.
And as much as we all know the kind of thing, the score is actually decent. It works for the kind of movie it is, definitely. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, just Jay Clairford beat himself.
Yeah, I know. Watching Mets Nets, they put Jason Voorhees on Jason Vargas. Dun, 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 dun. This is when I'm going to get popcorn. I've always hated opening credits.
Oh, these are long, man.
In any movie, I'm just not a fan of opening credits. If they can make it entertaining, like show a little bit of the movie or something, I'm okay with it. But
that's how I feel about the Bond credits in opening. Sometimes they're too long, especially the more ones.
That's because they screwed up the franchise. They were more valuable back in the day. They were part of the film. And this is a cheap film. It's a small budget film by that, but it actually looks great. Like, this is obviously a real town, and they film a lot of it outside, not just at the camp, but it's actually kind of a pretty film to watch. I mean, it's attractive, even though the cams here are, handheld. It doesn't have that huge, big, glossy look that another one does. It, so it looks realistic automatically. We're past the 7-minute mark. We're at 7:10 right now. She's walking up to a dog.
Now, this was $550,000 in 1980. I'm gonna check this out. $550.
This is before the mandate you had to change your update your gas things, probably.
Oh, before all that crap, absolutely. See, it contains lead though.
I know.
And the analog counters there.
It's a little weird phone booth thing.
What's a phone booth?
That might be the Canadian version. Well, I don't know.
Oh yeah, look at that. I almost mistook that for like a Coke station of some sort.
Right? I first saw it too.
You can open it up and grab yourself a cold.
It's a 1950s TV.
So by today's purchasing power, it would be, this movie would cost $1,712,462 to make. It would probably be a Blumhouse film, and it would just make all sorts of money after that.
Here's your Coke machine behind her. Behind the person sitting down. It's an old-fashioned Coke machine.
This is back when you could actually kind of do stuff like this a little bit, especially with small towns. I'm not saying it's the idealistic thing to do, but it was definitely more popular back then.
For hiking, yeah. The world was a nicer place.
It's got this Annie chick. She was in The Great Outdoors as well.
Yep.
But that is about it as far as things you would have heard of.
And you can tell too how early 80s it is, late 70s by the fatter, bigger Nike logo like was on her shoe when she went in the car just then. You're like, wow, it gets narrower as it goes on.
It just kills me, the old guy on the bike.
Oh, he doesn't buy it until the second movie. See, now this just looks like a good place we would be riding our bikes around when we were kids.
Yep. Go fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Light up some amenities. Good.
Yeah, but this is kind of a neat scene too. So you got Annie's hitchhiker going to Crystal Lake. Of course, the adults don't want her to go. She's not being bitchy or whatever. She's natural, young, good-looking girl. I mean, she doesn't look all made up. She looks realistic. Where as you watch the background now, the way they put the camera in there, like on either side, that's really, really neat looking. You get a sense though, you know, hey, we're in a small town. We're going almost nowhere. So they do a good job of building up the scene to just getting to the camp. I like.
And just dirty windows
is really good. Yeah, exactly. It's very realistic.
That was, I would have to assume that's that's a what do you call it? A symptom of the budget.
Sure.
Yeah. And you're right about the natural look. Like now every girl that's in a horror film is all CW'd up with makeup and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Those dates he's throwing back in 1962 and 1958.
We're doing it now on the Xtreme Movie Show. We're just not as manic as this guy.
Yep. So
the age-old wisdom, though, here, he's just explaining to her the stuff that's going on. He's just suggesting to it. He's not making her do it or anything, and she's at least listening. So it's somewhat of a decent exchange.
I think it's funny.
Not a complete know-it-all.
I think it's funny. Back in the late 70s, younger kids dress like that, but now when they're older, they dress like that now.
Yeah. That's a good color shirt for her, though. I fancy her in autumn.
There you go. Now, if you think Jason Voorhees must have been about 10 years old when he went to camp, and he was in 1958. She was already killing people. You would have to think he's 70-something years old by now. So
this is Jason's already
no, he'd only be in his 30s. This is 1980.
No. I mean now.
Oh, okay.
If Jason were running around, he'd be 70-year-old. But now, of course, he's a zombie. So whatever.
Yeah. So this is the following films where there was a prequel to this, right?
Say again.
Is there a prequel to this one?
No.
The series? When they show more Jason?
No. I mean, occasionally they actually go back and they show a scene, but there's never been an official prequel, just scenes.
Okay. Looks like Wisconsin, man. You sure they're in Canada? Literally, when you go up north, it's like that.
Yeah, don't you have a mask you could be wearing? You're almost Canadian where you're at.
I actually did have the Jason mask for a while. And I had, my brother got the knife. Well, I'm like, why do you get the glow-in-the-dark knife? That's retarded. But.
And all of a sudden it becomes the Dukes of Hazzard with this music.
They're driving a Ford.
She got dropped off there at the crossroads at the cemetery, and it just does feel dark, you know, even though here the tone of it all. And so I think that's just to kind of break it up a little bit. Yes, guys wore jeans and they wore them all cut up, and yeah, this guy looks like, you know, he's in a closet weird, but again, facial hair and body hair was big.
It's not the facial hair, it's the socks and the bandana.
I gotta say that the neckties were in back then still.
Oh sure.
Look at Huston.
That's a neckerchief. That's not a necktie. That's yeah, it's the neckerchief and the socks that are making this guy questionable.
Yeah.
Those are probably good though, hiking boots though, and a certain type of nice hiking socks.
What's making
probably you're right about that. I mean, on one hand, you know, you want to make sure you're not getting blisters if you're walking around.
Gee, what really makes you question this guy? He's got a mustache. I mean, people with mustaches.
Have you noticed that Kevin Bacon for his entire life stands like he's trying to make his body into a C? He does this kind of lean a little bit.
With his neck, yeah.
And again, everybody looks kind of normal, not necessarily. I mean, this guy's actually built. I mean, even though he doesn't look like a big buff guy, but they're all lean, they're all whatever. I mean, like I say, fat people just seem to start appearing in the late 70s and 80s, and now they're everywhere. But I mean, this is what it would be like if you're out. I mean, I went to camp for a few summers. I don't know if you ever did, E, but yeah.
I'll just say if he was camping over near me in Wisconsin, he'd have a shirt on because you know about freaking mosquitoes.
Yep.
I don't care how hot it is. You had a freaking shirt on.
Yeah, we get mosquitoes down here as well. And yeah, you don't want to be hanging around in the woods without a shirt. We lived in the woods when we were in Tallahassee. We got one of those tract houses that you clear out your own space for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was nice.
How many bug zippers did you own?
All of them. Yeah, that's one of the good things is the woods actually form a fence for you if you want it. Yeah. And yeah, except you do get visited by all sorts of critters.
Nope, that's my sister's place. She lives 40 minutes from me. She's more in the country part, Wisconsin.
Let's see, E, but you merely adopted the lag. I was born in it, modeled by it. I don't see broadband unit.
So is this where you get your mustache from? Except for this guy?
That's a damn good question. That's a video topic right there.
Where I got the mustache I wore.
Mustache origins. Yeah, you should use that.
I don't know what happened, but I let it grow out just a little bit to see, and Gail liked it, so I was stuck with it for a while. Yeah.
He's like, I could tickle you with this thing, baby.
Want to touch my caterpillar?
Yeah.
Oh, she's vibing on that.
Down, tick it down, wow. 80s porn music is now. Bow, tick it down, bow now.
She was with that haircut too.
That was the ice dancer. Is it Tennille? What that? Not Tony Tennille, but damn it, the name escapes me. It was
Dorothy Hamill?
Yeah, that's what it kind of reminds me of.
Oh, her cut. Yeah, her cut is very much Dorothy Hamill.
But look how form-fitting her pants are, too. I mean, camel toe, obviously, there.
Oh, that was an 80s staple. Are you kidding me? Everything. And right on through Guess jeans. We didn't have to guess. Thank you very much. 2019,
now you have to guess.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I've said it many times in the 90s because girls were wearing like the baggiest pants and what was that, the coveralls and everything. I was like, damn, we had our girls in leather skirt and tight ass Guess jeans with a camel toe, and we just did it right. The 80s did it better.
If they do a reboot of this, I want Paul Rudd as that guy with the red shirt.
I'm getting kind of tired of him. Paul Rudd fatigue. That's what I'm suffering from. He's all right, but
if he's in the movie gets killed, what are you gonna care?
Of course, the problem with them rebooting the movie, and I'm sure when the lawsuit is done, they will, is the fact that they're going to get unknowns, and it will cost 35 cents to make, just like this one.
Yeah.
Wow, those are some targets that need to be fixed. That's not you can't let a kid use that target.
See, that's totally Paul Rudd.
She, by the way, is very gorgeous.
That guy is an idiot.
I've always hated that tight lip smile that he's got. I don't care if it's on a guy, if it's on a girl. That's
Humphrey Bogart right there, Bankman, in case you missed it. She's thick, as people would say today.
Oh, she's sweet. She is the better looking of the young ladies who will be revealing their body.
Got legs that go on for miles.
Hey, Annie, what's up? Yeah, some people you don't want to get a ride from, Annie. They may look nice, and I love the fact that you can't even see, is it a guy, is it a girl? You know, they kind of blocked off the windshield.
Yep.
Darkened it up so you couldn't see inside.
And the other thing too is when you first watch this, you don't even that doesn't even cross your mind. I mean, this actually was pretty good about it.
Well,
so
yeah.
they're driving off in the Jeep. We don't know who she's with. She's Annie's getting ready to meet up at the camp. They're coming down the hill now. It's still dawn or afternoon, I should say. It's still there. We're almost at the 20-minute mark. And I think she just talks here and you don't hear anything to continue that.
Oh, you don't get anything from the driver on this one.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's not filmed like she's in a horror movie. A lot of time, especially nowadays, they just want to put it, just tell you exactly how you're supposed to feel, exactly how you're supposed to think with every freaking music note or whatever.
Past the camp.
See,
is this a creeper?
Now you go, okay, now there's something wrong. See, they wait, they give it a little tone to it.
Wait, so Jason's driving a car? I don't think he was that smart.
Yes, Jason is driving the car.
We don't know what's going on because nothing's been established to this point other than creepy violin music's playing.
Yes. Oh, by the way, okay, so she's a stunt girl. She's actually she's a stunt actress, and the stunt person did a forward roll out of the car. If you're gonna jump out of a moving car, don't jump out head first. Just saying. You actually kind of want to jump out so you'd be going into a sitting and sliding motion.
Yeah, if they rebooted this, she'd kill Jason. End of movie. Woman power.
That girl's got to learn how to stay on her feet, although she does have a bum leg.
Well, she's taking a step in the right direction.
Oh, that's bad. No.
The best scene of a woman running through the woods, though, is in Moonraker by James Bond, one of the best Bond movies of all time. When the lady's running through and he sticks the two dobies on her, then they transition into Venice. That's such a touching scene.
I think we got to re-edit this movie and this happen where, when you say Moonraker, we play like wow, wow, wow. Uh-oh. Don't kill the cute girl. Oh.
Yeah, one thing I do recommend anybody check out that Memories of Crystal Lake, because they go through of course, everything is practical effects, and they go through explaining how they do everything. It's really not just that, but of course they talk about what it was like to film and everything.
There you go, bacon in a Speedo.
Well, you see, bacon's bacon.
The guy was stupid. Roll flip forward. Yeah, guys, I can roll forward.
You know, this set was just like sex and drugs all the way through it.
Most likely.
And Kevin is so checking that girl's ass out. And why not?
I always say it was Brian De Palma that got me into the voyeur stuff, and I think guys are like it. But this movie, I forget how much it's just about us watching them rather than them dying.
And
well, it does well in the fact that it tries to get you to know the characters.
It's just a guy with a ring, so it's not Jason.
Oh, by the way, my dad is just like, because the girl's like, wait, I thought I saw something. My dad's like that. He would always, like, if we were ever at the woods or we went camping or he
Just
took
freak you out.
we would be in a clearing. He'd go, hey, over there. What? Where? What? Look about the fourth tree in. And we couldn't see whatever he was talking about. And then something would come out of the woods, a deer or some sort of animal.
He's faking it.
Ned is dead.
Ned's dead, baby. Ned's dead. Kevin Bacon just belly flopped right into that water. That was not a good dive. Yeah.
Take a look, guys.
Like she went in very graceful. He flopped.
I mean, if he really just died like that, that's the most stupidest death.
Actually, that's some good breath holding. I'll be right back.
All right, we are right now exactly at the 25-minute mark. They're fishing to get stuff out of his mouth. This is the old school method of CPR. It changes every few years, it seems like.
See it and knew it. Just a kid.
Womp, womp, womp.
Oh,
Those
man.
darn kids.
They deserve to die. I mean, I can understand why people love watching them die if they're this hokey. The only one I feel bad for so far is Annie.
Yeah, and that's a swerve too with Annie getting killed, about almost a third way in the movie, and we think she's the main one we're going to be watching because we're following her. So I like that, and that's kind of neat. I mean, here's a snake on the floor, big damn deal. I mean, just a bunch of foreshadowing kind of stuff to string the movie along. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's just not when you're out in the woods.
Right.
That's the one thing I didn't understand is all these people trying to do stuff, and it's like, whatever. A little foreshadowing here, the guy having a machete. So we're seeing the props they're going to use to kill people.
What actually was a real snake? Or was it on the string?
It appears to be real to me. I'm sure animal standards have changed over the years, but again, this is 40 years ago.
No, Johnny, we're actually watching a DVD copy.
Yeah, we'll give you a timestamp on that. Right now we're at 26:25. Kevin Bacon just ran in.
It takes 3 guys to get a snake.
Well, it's just a thing.
I guess it is real.
At least what they filmed was.
Yeah. You got to chop in half. Oh.
Yeah, that looks real. I mean.
Wow. Somebody call PETA.
Canada, I'm sure, had different things. Womp womp, cue the bad joke. And let's be honest, these aren't being kids, really bad kids. I mean, they're not whatever. They're out volunteering or out doing whatever. They're not. So far, we haven't seen alcohol and drugs. And
that guy with the machete in
no
the hair,
reason to see why they would get whacked yet.
the guy with the machete in the hair looks like he'd just be a killer in a different movie.
No, but the cop's a clown. He's a jerk off, and he's just going to harass the hell out of him.
We actually did have to kill a snake like that in our yard. Elizabeth and Ashley liked to play around, and we saw a rattlesnake, and we had to hunt it and kill it. Because, you know, if they accidentally came across a rattlesnake.
Yeah.
That guy's a racist, making fun of Indians.
Not in this decade.
Yeah, no.
In this decade, it was okay for people to have sense of humor.
Is that really like?
Eric, stop with those monopoly rules.
They're playing the OG Friday the 13th movie on AMC. Yeah, there you go. Grab your copy. Watch it there. We're at the 28. We're about to be at the 29-minute mark. And the cops harassing the kids for no reason.
28:45 right now.
Yep.
I swear that that kid in the back on the left, like I've seen in another movie before.
So the cops getting the call here. I think that I'm going to guess that Annie's been whacked or they found someone. And you can tell it's Canadian. Out. It's like 2 or 3 O's.
You're talking about.
We're on our way up.
Well, Minnesotans do that too.
Yep.
Minnesotans.
Oh, think about a barf.
The guy is weird. No.
Stop selling. All right, let's see.
They go with mom jeans. Whew. Man, we gotta watch more movies in this era.
So the movie was filmed at a place called Camp Nobibosco in New Jersey, and the camp is still there.
So here's the guy they were looking for.
I'm on a mission from God. I'm here to tell you that there's a death curse.
No, that the guy in 88, that's Ned, right? The one that drowned? No, it's not the other guy. Okay.
So everything is a natural set except for their bathroom, is what it says here. I'm reading off some trivia.
I just love that guy.
Doomed! Doomed, I tell you, like my bicycle wheels. You are doomed. You talk about the way the kids look. It said here that they were trying to hire kids that would work in a Pepsi commercial.
Yeah,
Right?
all American. Just, I mean, by all American, we don't mean athletes. We just mean average person.
Gene Siskel hated this movie so much he gave away the ending in his review.
That guy.
And he and Roger Ebert slammed it in a special edition of Siskel and Ebert and called it The War on Women, which focused on misogynistic slasher movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember them hating this, and there's one or two other films that they both just dumped on, and at our young age, we wouldn't have gotten that yet. Because right now, I agree, it's a very derivative movie, but to this point, watching it, it's not bad. Not a lot's happened. That's kind of the point. There's some natural scenes like the otter, swimming around right now, but it's like, it's not offending me. I get it's not very value added, socially speaking, but who cares? It is what it is, and
yeah, some movies are
bad.
Just made for the entertainment value, and you got to at least appreciate the fact that they're letting you get to know these characters before. I mean,
Before they
granted,
get whacked. Yeah.
In future, look, I'm a Friday the 13th fan. I watch these movies and have watched these movies quite a bit, but I have to admit that there are certain entries where they don't introduce characters; they introduce caricatures. This is the nerd. That's the jock. That's the mean girl. That's the At least these kids, as you've pointed out, and I absolutely agree with you, are being portrayed as kids. Now, granted, they're young adults, but they're being portrayed as that. Being portrayed as young adults who are left on their own to get ready to open a camp, and they're still acting young and kind of still in.
Yeah, and they're doing all the typical things. They're showing you the different places that are going to come up where people are going to get whacked. Right now, number 88. I don't know who 88 was, if that was a Dolphins jersey or not, so it reminds me of the colors. But, of course, again, we don't see who he's talking to. We just see a shape walking in. He's like, "Can I help you?" He's walking in. You hear the loons. Just know bad things are going to happen. And the kids, I said while you were gone, haven't given you a reason to say, "Man, I can't wait till this person gets it." Like, Annie was likable. These kids just seem like almost normal, good kids, especially by today's standards.
Well, I think that's the difference from this movie here and later when Jason's the protagonist. Jason's the hero of the story.
Yeah, not in this one, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it gets that way, and that's the whole thing about the 80s.
And instead of caring about because the characters change every movie, Jason never did. He was the one people were rooting for.
Don't worry, you'll get over it.
Am I roboting?
You were for a little bit, then you stopped.
No.
So I don't know.
Yeah, the Fanatic I've been hearing a little bit about lately. We might check that out with John Travolta and just see what's up with it. I've heard some really disgusting things like this is a horrible movie. It's the worst movie of all time. I'm going, man, that makes me almost want to see it.
Is that the one where he's on the boat?
I think he's like a super nerd fan, something, but probably mentally disturbed.
There was one where he was on a speedboard or something like that, and it was just horrible. Flopped. Kevin Bacon making ladies shake.
Yeah, but his teeth are really yellow, I've noticed in this film. Every time I watch it, I go, damn it, I don't care if you're a smoker, stop it during the film shoot, for God's sakes.
All right. Can't you go to the dentist, get it whitened?
Yeah, more typical foreshadowing, storm stuff. I mean, like I say, not really a lot happens in this film, but this is a nice setting, though. It's really believable. You really feel isolated.
Yeah. I mean, this is like the worst scenario you could have. Go to somewhere and you have no defense.
Oh, but she's wearing corduroys, and those were a thing. Corduroys were so comfortable back in the day wearing them. I still debate occasionally buying a pair, and it's been forever. But I got to watch out for that because, man, they're always fantastic.
She's got a little junk.
She's well, time to get down.
I got to admit, I am a body longer than leg or even Steven. I'm not a big long legs, little body kind of person.
We have butt dimples, though.
Yep.
But even them going at it here, it's not like the wannabe fake ass porn star Instagram kind of Snapchat crap that goes on today. This is kind of pretty realistic.
Yep.
I wonder if Kevin will get the point here about it.
Yeah,
about,
he's gonna
my
screw her.
God. Are you missing Dalton?
when you score, you get scored. I mean, that's how it is in these movies. And this is the movie that defined that. That and Halloween, when you'd have sex, you would die.
Do you think he'll peak in this movie?
Well, I mean, I think they're about to play a game called Just a Tip.
Talk about a screw job.
Is that time in a bottle?
Yep. Sounds like it.
It does. Or green sleeves.
That's not green. Wait. I don't think he's really playing. He's holding like a professional acoustic, and the strumment's not matching.
No.
But I don't really care.
That's Bill. You gotta appreciate Bill.
Yeah, it does sound more like time in a bottle than green sleeves, and plus you're not going to impress the chicks with green sleeves.
You holding that guitar, not being able to tune the damn thing is going to get you laid. That's sexist. Strip monopoly. How dare you? Oh my God! I can't believe they put that in a film one time.
I know, what a misogynistic movie for a woman to even say, "Hey, we're going to be."
Two women ganging up on this guy, saying he has to take his clothes off.
Was it too much? Was it too much ask for Twister?
It's a little bit of pressure there. My goodness.
Johnny's saying the shoving in of a scene that was clearly meant so we have to listen to Limp Bizkit. That's movie. Please don't let my boobs show. Sex.
You still got pants on.
She's about to hit 88 miles an hour. We all know what happens when she gets there.
She goes back in time.
They're going footloose.
Somebody's butt's getting squeezed.
You think he had a butt model?
Yeah, I do. Especially if he was underage.
Okay, this is a good creepy shot.
Yeah.
Because you don't see him get killed. He was killed off screen.
Yep.
And then you find out what happened to him.
Remember root beer would come in those little tiny glass type bottles? Yeah.
They were good because you could actually put them in the freezer and let them frost up a little bit. Those small brown glass bottles.
Yeah, I don't know if that's Bud or Red Stripe or what.
Yeah. Kind of looks like Bud, but.
Now we're here in the pair bonding scene between the male and female of the species.
Here.
This is
There
what?
you go.
I was going in my Desmond Moore speech about male and female and how it's important, while he's recharging. Oh, give me about 2 more minutes. There's even blood on the pillow and you didn't even see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice.
And right now. Wow.
No, you said there was blood on the pillow?
Yeah, in the corner.
Yeah.
Oh.
Away from his head.
You know what? I never noticed it. I never noticed. It's like, what, 40 years of watching this movie? You never noticed that?
Watch right there. See it?
Oh, yeah.
There's more of it there, and it's from the blood leaking down from the guy above.
And dead.
Huh.
Oh.
That's something when you can watch a movie 39 years later.
Eric Bray's comments going in. Do not pass go.
I've had some pot and now I'm getting horny.
Yeah, this usually drugs and even being interested in sex, and yet we know she's the final.
So Kevin's like, yeah, I'm a stud. I don't know what to do right now, so I'll light up. I guess it's a joint. I mean, that's what it looks like.
I mean,
Hey,
I
look,
only have.
paperback books.
I mean, I only have a lit candle over there.
That's
Okay,
not
so
cool.
the pump here didn't work. So Tom Savini's under the bed. And since the pump wouldn't work, he actually blew the stuff through the hose. It's supposed to bleed here. The pump didn't work, so that's Tom Savini. And it came out more than what it was supposed to. Yeah.
Man. Guys can play just the tip too, and ladies, it's not, you know.
Oh.
I'm back. You want to have sex again? No,
Yep.
you're dead.
That is that's kind of cool.
Well, now he's stiff.
This was the scene that I always thought, oh my gosh, how'd they do that? Oh, it looks so gross.
And that right here, this thunder sound we're hearing, it's probably been on a sound loop in movies for like 50, 100 years now. It's the exact same one, all of them.
The water coming into the bathroom. And
Did you know that this movie is, and this is something I learned off that Camp Crystal movie memories, Crystal Lake memories. The guy financed this by putting an ad out for it in the newspaper because he knew Friday the 13th would sell, like just the name.
Oh, sure, it absolutely would, yeah.
So he was able to finance it just by putting an ad in Variety and saying, "I need backers."
What is it about? It's that age-old question that didn't get asked on film until the mid-'90s and Kingpin. But what is it about grade 6 that makes you want to take a crap? Because whenever you do, you're gonna die, and that's what's gonna happen to this chick.
What is it about sex that makes me want to crap?
I thought she's tinkling, but I guess if she's taking a crap, that's wow.
She was growing a tail, sir.
Wow.
It's a it's a line in the movie. Either way, she didn't wipe.
Little turtle head.
She never pulled her panties up. Well, she never took them down, actually.
It was just gas.
That's actually not
We
bad.
don't have a cow, we have a bull.
That's not
That's
a bad
funny.
Catherine Hepburn. We don't have a cow, we have a bull. That's
He's
not a bad Catherine Hepburn impersonation she did.
I was gonna say, who does in the mirror? Do you do that, Ingleton? Do you talk to yourself in the mirror? Joke around?
Not anymore, no. No. But like when I did more stuff where I was performing and when I was doing stuff, I did practice voices.
The mirror is your friend, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a YouTuber, I mean, I guess it's natural now.
Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes I do this. I look and I'm like, who the frickin' hell is this old guy? Sometimes I'll do that.
When I look in the mirror, I just hear, yeah. You know, and I do that little point thing, you know what I'm talking about.
You do the Fonza.
You don't do the Bruce Campbell? You're getting late tonight.
Watch out, ladies. Rob's coming. I can't say that anymore. Yeah.
You can say lady.
That's right. Wait till Mrs. Rob comes home tonight. Those are awful panties. They are. I mean,
they're not. They're definitely the grannies.
Yeah.
But they're too small for her because they wanted to show off the butt a little bit more and a little bit of the mound that's going on underneath it. But yeah.
Do you have a whammy soundboard? It goes whammy.
Yeah, I do. It just won't play right here. Like right now, don't say anything and I'll hit the whammy button. Right, 3, 2, 1. And I hear it through me, but that's it. So.
Wow. She'll never get ahead in life.
Little axe to the face there.
I like the fact that they do have the axe.
47 minutes.
They have the axe hit the light first, so it makes it. You hear the metal on metal, so it makes it seem like it's more real going down into the head.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy, I don't know. This guy, he's doing pretty well.
If he was a closer, he would have a very good night. He's not a closer. He is not a closer. You guys keep taking your shirt off. I'll take your.
Yeah, I just walk out in my panties.
Hey, in a rain jacket? Yeah. Who does that? I'm gonna go kill myself or get murdered.
That guy's interested in picking up the Monopoly money. He should have been concentrating on keeping those two there. He's not a closer.
I'm gonna go outside with no shoes on, get murdered. I'll be right back.
Johnny's going, you're whispering.
You see that? She's carrying her.
I'd fuck me.
Did you see that though? She's carrying her dry clothes outside of the rain jacket.
Instead of putting him on and then leaving or anything, yeah.
Yeah, for some reason we just cut to a diner. I'm like, well, I thought we were at the camp. What the hell's going on here?
Well, it's showing what's going on with the counselor. Remember, he said he was going
I know,
out.
but it just seemed like I totally forgot about that angle. It'd been so long.
Isn't that Jason's Jeep though? Outside the diner?
Oh, you may be right.
I saw the green Jeep.
Oh.
They're being slaughtered like pigs. Hey.
She wants to play just the tip.
Well, she doesn't look all that great, but I'll bet she's the best in the movie.
Well, you can put your money where your mouth is, because I wouldn't put neither my money nor my mouth near that.
Oh. Woman doesn't get to that age without a little experience there. She knows what she's doing.
That's what we call a chicken head.
Oh, so it's a Jeep.
It is a Jeep. I don't know if it's the same Jeep. I don't know if it's meant to be portrayed as the Jeep that we saw earlier.
Well, considering
maybe this guy is the camp killer.
Perhaps. Isn't that what they kind of build up to? That like you're supposed to suspect him?
They're trying to swerve us.
Yeah.
I was thinking that maybe Jason took his vehicle, and that's why she thought that it was him.
We don't know.
We have
the
no
plot
idea.
Thickens.
It thicks.
As well as the bad driving here.
Yeah, that's a staple of movies where they are driving, but they're actually being pulled, and they do this bit with a steering wheel.
I know. That looks like Sean Connery driving.
Yeah. Like if you actually move the steering wheel like they did in the movies, your car would be weaving all over the road. Weaving? I don't even know how to knit.
I mean, that bathroom needs some service.
In the French dubbed version, Jason is called Jackie.
Jackie's coming to get you.
Jackie's coming to get you. And Sally Field auditioned for the lead role as Alice Hardy.
Huh.
Good on her.
Yeah.
Well, I got my wet clothes now. And she was carrying.
I better put my diaphragm in. I might get lucky.
Can remove my retainer. Now she's gonna brush her teeth now after she just got done smoking and drinking.
So
yeah, because she might get lucky. She's got to have some good smelling breath.
This movie,
they all do it.
The script writer wanted to combine two recent blockbuster films, Halloween and Meatballs. It's that's kind of funny.
Wow, so I was right. Meatballs and Friday the 13th is basically the same.
Jackie Chan attacking campers. Now, I might part with some money to see something like that, especially if he talked and had like really bad one-liners.
Is he doing the ballet dance when he kills them?
Yeah, Jackie needs to go heel. That's the problem I've always had with him. He needs the. Yeah, I don't like him as a good guy.
Who?
Jackie Chan.
Oh, Jackie Chan.
Yeah, he needs to go heel.
This is Jackie Robinson.
He kind of did in his last film, the collateral damage kind of thing. So here's something interesting since y'all were bringing it up. The two Jeeps are actually the same Jeep.
Right. We didn't know if it was meant to be portrayed, though, as the same in there because it's dark.
No, they're not supposed to be. But one is with and without its soft top. So, yeah.
We are at the 52:20 mark, which means we have about 40 minutes left, which this movie feels like it should be ending any minute now. I don't know why.
What the heck is he doing? He's just
The
flooding
Jeep
it.
is stalled. Yeah. Well, maybe it's diesel. I don't know.
Maybe he's just an idiot. Comes a cop. What you doing, little hanky pinky?
This is the only guy that's got on my nerves so far is the cop.
It's a different cop.
Bianca fights the zombies. Good evening.
Wow. Even that guy's making fun of his Jeep. I thought we could
Hey,
do anything.
Bianca, how you doing? We're watching Friday the 13th. We're the cop just picked up the head counselor. We're at the 53:08 minute. If you've got yourself a copy, and now one of the young ladies is doing something, and Jason is looking through the shrubbery at her.
No, would have been just better if Jason did the heavy breathing. It's all you hear.
It's so hot in this mask.
Pretty lady. Ooh.
Mm.
Make him like an animal.
What exactly is that device? Is that a candle? Okay. I was like, that just looked weird to me for a moment.
That's the old-fashioned holders they would have, like for going upstairs. Yeah.
It's a butter holder. Going to butter gravy.
It's not the butter.
Wait.
Get the butter.
She's going to bed. Okay. In the bathroom. Oh.
But she's dressed like a normal person, not in a bikini or a bra, nothing.
She gets jabbed now.
It's summer, and it's supposed to be up there, so it could be, in the 60s and cold and damp. So I could see her wearing this little horrible outfit.
Wait. So she left because she was the one that was losing. What a party pooper.
I guess so. Yeah, she never went back. She was like, "Okay, I shot my key. I'm here for the night."
Well, women have the right to change their mind. No means no. Don't you understand
by
that?
the way, I got to say something about this character, though. So far, she's the only one with instincts that they've shown have instincts. She's also the one that has a personality and character. She should be, in my opinion, the final girl.
Yeah,
Just
that's a
based
good
on
point. In that you think that the bowl-headed haircut girl is the Dorothy Hamill girl is supposed to be the hero, but we haven't really we don't hate them, but we don't necessarily like them. They're just there. We don't know who's who. Yeah.
You don't know her as much as you do this one just from the scenes that they gave her. She has action. She's the actress of the bunch, I guess is one way to put it, because she's given the role that she's got more than what was required. And
I wonder who's. Is it the girl who screwed Kevin Bacon?
No. That girl's already dead. She got the axe to the head.
So this is gonna be Jason doing a girl's voice?
Yeah.
That's all I can think of.
Just roll with it.
Unless it's a prank. These movies are famous of jerks.
We're almost at the 56-minute mark in 3, 2, 1, 56.
We are so watching the same movie right now.
I mean, what's understand is that she had a rain jacket.
Yeah, but now a kid's in trouble that isn't supposed to be at the camp. Remember, she heard a high-pitched voice.
Yeah.
You get that little dun.
Let's tell the audience when to start thinking about screaming.
Yeah. This actually doesn't have as much music as, say, Halloween does.
Comes archery. Right there. You just land it right up. Thank you.
Yep, got to get in front of the target.
A little more to your right. Nope. The other way. The other way.
Yeah, camera stay focused on the target.
Oh, she's killed off screen. I was about to say, though, that's a well-built scene, I think, in all honesty, though. I do like that one.
They're going to show her pinned to the archery thing.
Or just pin cushioned. You know, when she's running by, you get her, and all she's got the arrows all in her.
She's like, I wonder if I could play a song without playing it.
Blame it all on my roots.
Maybe I should sell my soul to the devil to learn the blues. That's what she's thinking.
No, I'm gonna stoke this fire. I'm so bored. I wish I got laid.
I wish you'd come back. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Do you want to have sex now?
Nope. Final girl. Bill is not a closer. That's what this movie should be called. He had two girls taking their tops off.
He's not trying, though. That's like he doesn't even see him.
He's a nice guy.
Bill is gay.
We'd say fruit booty back in the day in the hood, but that might offend people today.
That would have been a perfect kill right there if they just stabbed him right through the window.
Yeah, with no music.
Yep. Because you're not expecting it.
What is a more entertaining film, even though this one's not bad, but in terms of the sheer acting power and the scenery, the chew scenery that is in there, is Impulse with William Shatner as a gigolo serial killer that we covered on the Two Extreme movie show, our horror one. So look for that. This reminds me of it. That one scene did where they stood still right there by the fireplace.
Stevie Ray of Harlem and Heat still says fruit booty, says Johnny.
And Johnny would also know too that you with your girl.
Now your prints are on the murder weapon. You're in trouble.
All right. So that way when the cops come, cops are like, "Oh, you're holding the X. You killed those people."
Mm-hmm. It smells of Cheetos and sex in here. What do you think happened?
Is that blood on the pillow?
See, the thing that kills me, no pun intended, is we're right now at the 60-minute mark, and we still have 35 minutes to go. And I'm like, you've got like how many more people left to kill?
I know, right?
Come on. It's dragging at this point.
Actually, the only thing I would say is if they only had one, and then it's like, okay, so where are you going with this? Because you know they've already done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kills, 4 in the last 20 minutes or so. So we're getting a kill every 5.
Just gonna break the window.
I think that's an end of the movie kind of thing, not a rainy night kind of thing. Breaking the window like that.
You probably could have Jimmy the Lock, the butter knife, or other stuff.
Yeah,
those are cheap doors.
There's one long continuous shot here. That's kind of cool. As we follow nothing.
And it shows that the wires to the phone's been cut.
Yeah.
That's what we were following.
Yeah.
Man, everybody's trucks are sucking tonight because they've all been sabotaged.
That's a teenage horror film. Work perfect until it's the end of the movie.
The alternator's been ripped out. Hey, Steve Jobs reliable.
At least young lady, why don't we just leave? Why don't we just get out right now? Let's go. Let's go. So Johnson didn't come in earlier.
Robot scene again. I don't know what's going on with your signal, but you froze.
Am I roboting?
Yes, you are.
That is weird. You guys sound normal to me. I don't know what's going on with it.
Your camera froze. So maybe it's the site you're watching it on.
That's weird because it's never done this.
Well, you're also, well, I'll say it offline. The technical specs thing.
Man, that looks like you a little bit. You can see back in the day, 90s.
Believe it or not, and I will state this for the record, unequivocally had this Savage Surf God tan. No joke. Head to tail. No farmer's tan.
I'm just saying the circle.
This guy would look like pale-face albino compared to him.
I know, but he's got the circle glasses. He's got the curly hair.
No, actually, I had the long blonde hair. I really did look like the surfer beach guy. There was a time where I was always by the pool or in the water or something.
You're a manatee. It's floating down the river.
But here's the thing. You know, we should have picked up on the fact that when the clown was at the diner, you know, the main dude here that hosts all of them, that he's not the killer because people were getting killed while he was en route from the diner here. So we're going, oh my God, who is it? What's going on? We know, of course, it's related to the beginning. So we're just like, hurry on and get on with it. We're getting kind of tired of it. I can only take so many shots of nature, you know, like I used to scene here of 1 minute's worth of walking, running. And it's really a limpy jog at best, even though he might get whacked right here.
I want to get close.
Applies the recognition there.
Yep.
Sorry, I don't know what happened there. Actually, one could argue that this is a female empowerment film, considering the ending.
You can almost say that guy walked into it.
Well, of course, he trusted Jason.
Yep. he walked right up into it, literally.
So this room might be dangerous.
Highly dangerous. And the power goes out. Boom goes the generator.
I will tell you this unequivocally, any Coleman product I've ever had, which I think that is there, if I'm going to read the base here, they absolutely suck. I had 3 of them.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm just
house. Do not ever get Coleman.
No, in modern day, I gotta turn my cell phone light on.
Well, we used to have the old oil lamps, and those would last forever, and they'd be real smoky and all that too.
Yeah.
I remember having some of those. Yeah.
I got one.
And actually, this looks like one too. But yeah, screw you, Coleman.
You can still buy them at the stuff at the military outlets. They sell Coleman and the original ones. These ones are more dangerous.
Yeah, please. That's what I've been hoping for all night.
Yes.
You're so dreamy.
She is literally laying there throwing herself out, saying she wants to come.
Well, maybe gotta wrap myself up first before I come over there, baby.
106-minute mark. This movie can't end quick enough. Yeah, I was vibing in the first act, you know, the whole setup and all that. Sometimes that's a great part of the movie, but
now it's time to get on with it, right?
Yeah, I mean,
they're really building up to the climax.
But the thing is we're not seeing anything. We're not getting any character. We're not getting any, and that's part of what he's in the beginning. We were getting story, we were getting character, and it was fine. Yep. This is kind of a middle part, and it's not working because we already saw, hey, let's get everything ramped up. We got a couple of kills in, and then they stopped for some reason, and instead of amping.
Go ahead. Yeah.
As soon as that first kill happened, it should have ramped up all the way until the ending.
I was just going to say this is my second time watching it, and it's still as boring as the first time I watched it because it's not, you don't get to see Jason.
I don't mind that, actually. And you know, I like a slower paced film, and I like films to just watch, but I'm going, yeah, everything's reasonable and logical, but part of it is, as a viewer, I'm going, We know there's dead bodies. These people don't. God damn it, get on with it, for God's sakes. If we didn't know either or something, maybe we just followed, one from here and there or something. And then we realized at the end, along with the other characters, what was going, that's fine. So screw you, Hitchcock. I know you like to show us the bomb underneath the table. And
they haven't shown
like that. Exactly.
They haven't shown the bomb under the table because everybody's been killed away from the people that we're supposed to care about, this guy and the other girl. If she saw the first dead body and now she's trying to get away or trying to survive, okay, fine. We would, like I said, it would have been amped up. It would have been ramped up. But the way it is, it's taking a break right now. We're not getting any extra story, not getting any extra character. We're just getting extra runtime.
Of course, she's supposed to be the Jamie Lee Curtis character, on the couch. And I'm sure the other ones, match up to all of them.
I feel like I'm watching the 2014 Godzilla movie.
2014 Godzilla was fantastic, sir.
You just got to see Godzilla.
Oh, did you see the light there? She's got the lamp, but it actually goes to a light with a blue filter on it.
Yeah.
And it lit up the entire room rather than what she would have actually lit up with just the lamp.
So for snacking, I'm looking at back. We may do coffee. I don't remember if we did or not, but I think that's Sanka in the middle, and that other one might be Canadian. I'm not sure. That instant coffee, Avarin, or I didn't quite get it. I'm not familiar with that brand.
Oh, she's gonna move it. Not that one.
Some Ovaltine, Acme coffee. It does say Acme.
It does say Acme on it.
Kidding.
I gotta order myself some coffee.
Yeah.
The Roper stove.
Okay, so what's she thinking about? She's making coffee. What's she thinking? That's like I said, come on. You're just no. Now you're making me a little irritated at it.
Give me some instant potatoes.
You know what? Do you know what this reminds me of? You ever you remember the National Lampoon's class reunion? Just get naked. Just kill something already.
I'm having a tough time sleeping. Maybe if I make myself a nice warm glass of double strength caffeine loaded coffee with sugar, I might be able to go to sleep.
Okay, here we go. This is the only Friday the 13th movie where the killer slaps one of the victims. It's also the only Friday the 13th movie where the killer talks, and also the only Friday the 13th where the killer drives. Let's see. Apart from head counselor Steve Christie, who is at age 30, the counselors of Camp Crystal Lake and at the beginning of 1958 are set teenagers. Okie dokie. So
I'm just laughing at the thought of Jason, like you get in there, and they actually would have showed him with a ski mask on, just driving. That almost would have made it better, more entertaining. Because this movie is slow.
This is when you go, well, I want to get into a Halloween mood, but nothing else is on. I'll put it on and like do my chores and like, do dishes, do the laundry, just do whatever you do around the house and just say, let me just listen to something, not even pay attention to it. This is pure background filler.
Are you kidding me? I would just like change the channel if it's on AMC and just skip over it.
Yeah, because of the damn commercials.
The commercials made it better.
Oh. That's a poor distribution there, sir.
wow, that's a lot.
Poor Bill.
And we got the faux Jaws music going on now.
Did they kill Bill?
He was really trying to get a three-way earlier. The three arrows.
Did they kill Bill?
That is just wrong.
He shouldn't have hung around that place that long.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
I mean, wow. He became a human target. That's what you want to do.
Not so hard target.
Well, give him 30 minutes, he'll be stiff.
And you're going to hang yourself? Put yourself... I'm going to use this lasso to hold the door. Okay.
Tie the door shut.
Smart girl.
Then he goes through the window. And you're stuck in there.
No, Billy.
That would be awesome if it wasn't for the back door, the windows, the side. Yeah.
No, this is the scene where, she just stabbed Michael in the neck, and so Jamie Lee Curtis is now telling the kids to run across the street. Tommy Doyle.
Why would you look at the window? My assuming that he's right outside the window, just grab you through the window.
Well, that's later movies.
I know, but still, that's what I learned for any horror movies, the cliches. And I guess when you're first watching this,
in this one, she's actually not doing bad. You set up some roadblocks if they come in, but once again, she's forgetting there's a back door.
This is just so stupid, though. Oh, like not going to step over the 2 logs you carried. Those comics, I'm sure they're not going to want to step on them because of the collector's editions. That might work, but certainly not the chair.
The door swing the other way.
Yeah, but now if she were smart, she would grab something that she could hit or punch or stab with, because if somebody does open the door.
Maybe Ebert was right, because now I'm going, you're really stupid. Now I want you to die.
Man. Turn the light off and just hide.
That would be the smart thing to do, because they can see in, but she can't see out.
Nope, I'll stand right there.
Johnny, I always look forward to when Halloween marathons are played on AMC. I just hate the freaking commercials, but I like the fact they'll play all of them, which is pretty neat too, because I really like some of the bad ones, like 4, 5, and 6.
Does it even have a flashlight? The way Jason's killing them, or is this a random killer?
6 is really bad, but I'd rather watch 6 than the Rob Zombie Halloweens.
6 has a director's cut that is like 30 minutes longer and totally different than the one that you see, and it's really, really weird, and I like it. I don't know how to explain it, but the Cult of Thorn thing really picks up in that, and it's just a really dark film.
Why didn't you turn the light off?
Yeah,
we can't see her.
Well, neither can he then.
Just
There he goes.
there.
Still alive.
Yeah, that's what it's looking. She's turning her head like there's still life in that body.
That's a fresh kill. She ran out of coffee. You're right, though. The music works, not just the strings, but the horns. This is a good soundtrack. It's very effective for the movie, because without it, this would suck.
Oh, it would, yeah. At least it's picking up a little bit.
I would not be looking at the body. I'd be looking or else.
Yep. Yeah, she's down, and she ain't going to attack you. Oh, by the way, that stove you're grabbing on, you just made coffee a few moments. It's hot.
And I left my bat. Why did you leave your baseball bat there? Here comes the cop. Oh. Here, let me untie everything. Go out to run to you.
I better not step on these comics. They're worth a lot.
All right. Help! Help! Oh, wait, you're not the counselor. Jason's mom.
Jason Takes Manhattan getting no love today. That's the one that has the X-Men villain in it, Kelly Hu.
Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah, the Asian girl in Jason Takes Manhattan played, played Deathstrike.
It's like Muppets Muppets Take Manhattan. It's like, think of that right away. Combining with Jason.
And the sequel, The Muppets Fight Jason for Manhattan.
And then I had to go against Hercules.
Animal. Well, no, Hercules went bananas.
Jason didn't kill her properly. What the heck? Her. My money's on her.
And we're in there, and they're out there. But you're safe in there.
At this point, I don't even think it even is Jason. I think it's her.
Have you seen this movie?
No, not in a long time. I don't remember it, honestly.
Here's the history.
Well, I wouldn't say it was making love. They were definitely banging. Special.
Why did she watch him?
Hardcore from Surf Ninjas. Yep.
By the way, her and Mr. Christie are romantically involved, and she still calls him Mr. Christie.
Did she watch him drown? Oh, that's an ugly baby.
Yes, it is a fact of life. Some babies are ugly. Not many, but some, and Jason's definitely one of them.
I mean, Jason takes the cake.
That's the next movie, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You can see that pad in her back.
Yep.
Always double tap. That was dumb.
See, that's why you should have killed her like you did everybody else and not sit there and talk to her.
She has that like postmenopausal strength.
Annie! No, not Annie!
I don't care. I would have jumped in. I would have drove away. I would have drove.
Wow, all the setup must have taken forever, and she did it in the rain too.
This lady is creepy though. I mean, you believe that she could do this stuff. You know, she just is very good at the role, I have to say.
Yep, Betsy Palmer.
She the person that'd bake you a cake and be like, "No, I'm good." Probably meat fingers in there and stuff.
That's creepy.
So, for Mother's Day, we should do this. Man, she loved her son so much, man.
Well, I want to point out something. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's a couple of recently there have been a couple of calls to the Psycho theme as well.
Yep.
In the music, very kind of Bernard Herrmann sort of high strings, which is basically, you know, his trademark. But it's actually kind of cool. I like that. And also it's got the Jaws bit, by the way, in there as well. So it is kind of a mixture. Her being hunted like in the shark in the movie, and then the from Psycho. Yeah.
I mean, for a completely rip-off derivative movie, it's actually done, you know, like I say, well enough, like say watching-wise.
Except for the moments we were talking about where it was all the filler. Yeah, they either needed to get more character in there or put more action into it somehow.
I'm just laughing.
Now it's right back to being good.
I see it, and I just have to say it really loud because the wrestling fans will know what I say when I mean, or they'll know what I mean when I say Master Lock.
Watch the 09 version of Friday 13th, and that was rough. Yeah, it's not all that great.
I'm just getting the vibes from the mom from the Partridge Family with a haircut.
Oh, yeah. Throw that twine at her. That always works. Jim caught it.
I would have hit her with a gun.
Akiva.
Parkour.
Yeah, she wants to play just the tip.
Just slap. I will bitch slap you to death.
Bitch slap, the pin slap.
Backhand, forehand. Which one's worse?
That was the big stunt, though, right there, throwing her to the table.
Oh, crotch shot with a shovel.
Oh.
That is not where.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a slobber knocker. This is a Pier 6, an all-out brawl.
Whoa.
And I don't know.
Seriously,
It's mayhem.
Why wouldn't you just keep hitting her until her head bud?
Because she's in flight mode, not fight.
Yeah.
She's in blonde mode.
It's fight or flight. That's genetically hardwired in all of us, sir. Don't make me pull up more Desmond Morris impersonations. Yeah, and actually this scene, even though it's filler, it's dragged out well, where you get to watch both of the ladies, you know, they don't go back to the mom's perspective or anything too. And she's not superhuman. It doesn't seem like she's like right there. She just runs by, and here she runs the other way. I'm like, oh, that's a good little change up, because right about now, if the mother doesn't know it, she should be fine. And I think we'll find that out here in a moment.
Kill her, mommy.
And I am curious, Doctor. I wanted to see if the release date for this came out after the Octagon, because this just reminds me of them ripping off something else that we debuted on the Kicking It movie show there with the whisper stuff. Yeah, ninja. Or even the theme, the cha 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 cha, kill.
Right. I'll go in the one place where the lights turned off.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. You don't turn it off now because she knows where you'll be. Wait, wasn't that light on? But that's not bad if she kneels down.
Oh, she's hurt. I didn't realize that.
When she hit the table.
Yeah.
Hide the pantry. Lock it.
Now, she took that bottle of mayonnaise, that 5-gallon one. I'm sorry, it's Canadian, so let's say 2-liter one, and she just dropped it in the front. You know, then she could just sit back, and when she walks in, she would slip and fall on it, and the shenanigans would ensue.
And we need shenanigans to ensue. Friday the 13th is better with shenanigans. It's a scientific fact.
Wait for the knife right through the door. Now the killer's gone. I'll open the door and make a sound.
Well, in many of these movies, they never let the final girl arm themselves.
Yeah. Here she comes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the doorknob turned.
As the doorknob turns.
She's got the axe now. Here's Johnny.
Here's Joni.
Say that. Yeah, but that cast iron thing's the real deal, though. That she's got a slight chance here.
I'd be like, why don't you kill yourself? You didn't want your kid.
And game over. Don't just drop the pan. You got to finish the job.
Grab the machete.
Actually, if your head's bleeding that bad.
Starting to wear the crimson mask.
She's got a splitting headache.
That's a lot of blood to come out of your head. The back of your head like that. Yeah, that's a lot of. She's definitely draining life at this point.
It's one in the fire print.
Yeah. I always wonder. Okay, is the plan to get in the canoe and just sail away? I guess
until Jason pulls you in the water.
Yeah.
Come
on now. I guess, okay, set piece, but still, narratively, though, why would you come down here and just chill?
Because there's nowhere else to go until the sun comes up. Cards are disabled. Everybody's dead. You're going to go find a place to curl up, and you're going to suffer from battle fatigue if you think it's over. So she does a smart thing here. She puts herself out in the water. Oh, wait a minute.
No, she didn't, and that's the whole point. If she put herself in the canoe and then rowed out to the water just to last the day, that's one thing. But she just sat there.
She's just gathering herself. She's taking a moment before figuring out her next move.
I don't buy it.
We're bringing a lot of the intellect to an emotionally charged.
There's no sense of urgency on this one, or there was none.
Right, guys.
There could have been.
It's the hottest scene to get the cat fight.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just not seeing it. She is no diner lady.
How dare you, Floozy, cheat on my man?
Eat it. Eat it. Take it. She's got the mouth. No.
Biting is never against the rules.
Hey, Smoothie's picking up. I'm no longer Ord.
She's got the equalizer.
Here we go. And don't forget to look at the man hands. And man hands.
Oh, they're really furry, too.
Yeah, that's because it's a guy's hands. That was a shot. Betsy Palmer did not know they were doing that. And they had a guy to do the hands for that. So, yeah. Now you will never unsee the man hands.
Wow, man. It's like Seinfeld over.
I'm playing a chick. All right. Yeah. Doesn't work.
And now, you're a survivor, and the cops can arrest you. Your fingerprints are over the X.
Mounties.
The Mounties.
You know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they didn't say they were in Canada. I just always assumed they were.
The one thing that makes this movie better is if she gets attacked by a moose at the end.
Or maybe
in the water.
And like maybe the syrup just like bleeds all over her and she gets stuck. And then the ants come and eat her alive.
Mm-hmm.
This is a beautiful scene, actually, too, with the reflection of the tree.
I know, right? Look at that.
Actually, a great scene. This is the one thing I remember as a kid watching this late at night, not knowing anything about the movie. Parents, are asleep in bed. We got HBO, and we're like, "What's going on?" I mean, this is almost artistic, even though it's a schlock film. It's a good scene.
Yep. And you're right. It just looks gorgeous with the trees and even her reflected in the water.
Thrashing with James Brolin. Yeah, after Last Blood, I think we'll do some Stallones and just bounce around. Like I'm sure we'll probably want to do Cobra. Get Carter's a personal guilty pleasure of mine. I love that remake. And some other one-offs before we switch on to someone else.
All righty.
Yeah, and here, these guys, this is kind of neat. They're calling out. And we can't hear them, so I like how it implies the distance between them, because then they cut to seeing her, and she's like, "Oh, I'm in La La Land. I'm glad this film is over. Maybe I'll be in the sequel." Actually, her acting in the second movie is better than this movie, in all seriousness.
For all one scene.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You're giving it away, sir.
And
let's watch this and bask in the glory of this.
I knew that.
And there's Jason.
Mud Boy.
The cops can see that?
And that was because they just wanted one last scare for the film. And it becomes iconic. Was it a dream?
She's in a mental hospital now.
Wouldn't you be?
Jason goes to the psych ward. Part 2.
Well, this is where she's like, I guess that was the boogeyman. And then he says, as a matter of fact, it was. I got to start working on my imitations. Donald Pleasance, because he's fantastic. I think I might have to give the edge to him over Shatner.
It's more like Gollum than Jason.
What? No.
Psychedelic trip.
And they build up for the road is long.
It's like one of those commercials that advertising, come to Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, you mean?
Yeah, we got the Roger and we got the Moose.
Oh no, I can't explain why he's doing that, Margie. Oh, please no.
You got the people down south, the Bears. Such a great soundtrack.
Yep.
Cool electronic. And yeah, it's actually not. It's good music. I mean, it's effective for what it does. And sometimes, you know, the best music is the music you don't hear, and it just puts everything together, and others stand out. And I think for here, because it gets so boring in the middle part there, we focus more on other stuff. But for a very small film, very cheap one, for a very derivative one, it can be watchable. Now, I don't ever go, man, I want to watch Friday the 13th. But it's like, I don't know. It's just, I can see where Ebert and Siskel hated it. I really, really can. I don't.
Well, they weren't a fan of the. They weren't a fan of a lot of the movies where the last person to live is a woman, where she's got to survive. All that. They gave bad reviews to Alien. They gave bad reviews to Silence of the Lambs. Even for that, they saw it as actual abuse. Which I'm like, okay, wait, the woman lives. You know that, right? So yeah, they were just, well, Gene Siskel anyway was like that.
Yeah, Johnny's was talking about how he just got the Blu-ray stuff with Samurai Cop and Miami Connection, and that's the YK Kim one. And I know,
yeah.
But here's the thing, E, you and I had talked about YK Kim a little bit when we were talking about, I think on Shockma when we were reviewing that, because you'd been to several of his classes, and for YK Kim, you know, it was always that Kim.
Coming out. That was his commercial. I remember trying to. What is he saying? Kick up, bad habit. Coming out. Yeah.
And he was the original Asian guy, because now for like 20 years we've had that Appliance Direct guy where if you don't shop here, we save you money. And but YK Kim was the best still at all.
YK Kim came by our theater. The one behind the United Artists at Republic Square, the one behind Wet and Wild. He came to our theater and he negotiated a deal for us to show Miami Connection. So for a while, we were the only theater showing it. This is a movie that nobody knew about until about, I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 years ago. It started getting cult status, and it is a piece of crap writ large. It is so amazingly bad.
You know, I'm looking at all the actors and this stuff, like only except for Kevin Bacon and that other girl with The Great Outdoors. Other than that, no one has done any acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a layer of authenticity, though, to it. I mean, and do we want them to really act, you know, like adults or whatever? The movie captured exactly what they were at the time, because they were that at the time. That's one of the things that's actually a positive, I think, about this movie, because I don't know how Kevin Bacon got the role. He was still relatively new. I don't know if this is his first feature.
Second. No, Animal House was his first.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but Animal House, I think, was a year or so before. So to me, I appreciate that about this film. I really do.
Yeah, but a lot of them really just disappeared after this movie.
Yeah,
I know one of them died. I think the girl who played Brenda died of pancreatic cancer. She was like 49. She was our age.
Yeah.
Really young.
Betsy Palmer died in 2015.
Well, as far as the full movie commentaries, guys, go, we're going to be closing it up here. What we try to do, like I say, is get everybody started. We wait a few minutes so we can give the timestamp. So if you're just tuning in, or when you're spreading the word around to people and all that, you can tell them what to expect. So we try to wait till there's 4 or 5 people in before we say, okay, we're going to start now, because we're ready to go. We just like to have a couple people in chat when we do this. So we've been trying to give timestamps and really figure out the best way to do this as we grow and get more watchers. Some of these have really taken off. Some have been recently, and it's something new that we're trying. So
it's really just about hanging out, watching a movie, chatting. Yeah,
exactly. And Friday the 13th, on Friday the 13th, how many people did that tonight? probably a whole bunch, but none that I know of.
Well, you have you have a whole bunch of TV stations showing the film, but having a little watch party like this, pretty sure there's not a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to be doing. Well, actually, what's going on in the Xtreme Movie Show on Sunday night?
Well, we are doing Rambo, 2008's Rambo,
the most violent movie ever made.
One of them, yeah, absolutely. Very entertaining. Looking forward to it.
And at 7 o'clock for a pre-hype show, because we do that. The doctor and I will be doing either kicking it, snacking it, to Xtreme, which is the horror one, the yet to be named sci-fi one. We will find one that we're going to do and announce it and hype it up and do that. And it's usually a short one just to get people ready to go for 8 o'clock. And then we have Top 10 Tuesday, which is 1993. We'll be
1993, a good
top
year.
10 1993 films in mine, and we go back and forth on which ones.
Mm-hmm. Yep, fun times.
And what's the new thing you guys debuted?
On Wednesday we did DC Comics. We're doing DC the movies based on DC Comics, and we might do other superhero films as well. We did Mask of the Phantasm, the Batman movie. Some consider it the best Batman movie ever made. And are we doing Saturday the 14th? Oh man,
I was looking for it because I don't have a print of it anymore.
Yeah,
and I want to know that I have it before I say, "Hey guys, let's do it." Because
yeah,
a little more.
That's obscure.
Yes.
Yeah, us old people know about it.
Yeah.
Richard Benjamin, I believe, is the star of that one. Yeah, but we did this, and it turned out to be fun. We had some people from I Love Comics come on over, and if you are a comic book and movie fan, just join us. It's a lot of fun to talk about it. Yeah. So there you go.
We might get on here again in a couple moments and just spend a few minutes talking about Eddie Money, because if you guys have not heard yet, he had passed away today, I think at 70 years old, from cancer. So we had just found that out right when we were getting ready to launch tonight. So we were debating about getting on for a few minutes just to pay our respects to a guy that we grew up with in the 80s. We may not have always been the biggest fans of everybody that we talk about, but we do appreciate the fact that they've entertained us. So we were going to talk about what we remember, what we liked, and all that too, just kind of like what we do with other movies. Doctor, you've got anything?
Just, don't go in the woods by yourself, especially when it's raining. Stay away from windows,
And if you're running, don't trip.
Exactly.
The doctor's so smart. I love how he gives us these conscious tips, because he's got that like PhD stuff going on. And I'm telling you, E, I mean, to have a doctor in our presence to give us the final verdict, his diagnosis is all we need is somebody to authenticate that.
Yes, I guess so. All righty, gang. Anyway, thank you everybody who joined us and joined the conversation. We certainly appreciate it. Thanks to Dr. Venkman and Rob as always. And remember, stay extreme.
Extreme.
Extreme cheers, guys.
Extreme cheers.
Toodles.